I feel like many banks don't have a sense of who their most profitable customers are. Most banks will have 10% of their customers produce 70% of the revenue. Maybe 70, 80% of customers are break even, neither positive nor negative. And then like 10% are like actively losing money.
Yep.
And so if you don't, so one, what's that? What's your breakdown of that bank? And then number two, should you try to grow? Should you like try to get rid of your unprofitable customers, or like, tell them another financial provider might be a better one for them? The other one is like, can you change the break-even customers and make them profitable?
How do you move them?
How do you move them?
Yeah.
Or should you just be going after more of your most profitable customers out in the market? Can you identify who those people are and ask them to bank with you?
And the answer is in the data.
The answer is in the data, and it's right there. And you could, and so most banks don't need to bother with a stablecoin. They probably need to focus every single day on converting some break-even customers into more profitable customers by figuring out exactly what that combination is at their bank. And then that's probably good enough for most banks. And you'll probably have and you don't need to worry about these other emerging technologies that might be cost centers and distracting, and they're not really resonating with your current customer base. But if you don't really know what your customers need, and then why they're great customers for you, then you might get distracted by the stable coins.
Yep. Well, in our own consumer research, we asked the consumers, do you want them to use your data? Do you want financial providers to leverage it? And they're like, yes, do it. They're giving you this data. Yeah. They want you to create a better experience for them. Mm-hmm. And that's how you grow.
Yeah.
Because that is what women need.
There's like a real opportunity there to be like, we're the right financial provider for you for the next stage of your life.
Yeah. I think that's absolutely right. I think to sum up, we kind of went backwards, but we're doing a What's Your Read. Thank you guys for joining. This is Kiah Haslett. She's now at FinTech Takes doing FinTech Takes Thankful. So subscribe to it. But this week for us has been all about data into action, and it's a very passionate topic, as we can tell. So I think the hot topic is just use your data, right?
Every day for the rest of your life. But it's also really about vision. And when you say data into action, but it's also like acting on your data, right? And that works never.
Helping consumers act on data and helping the institution act on the data so that they can help the consumer.
Right.
And what helps the consumer helps the institution too.
Right. And it's like the work's just never done, but the work is upholding every value your bank claims to have.
Yeah.
Right. And that in the future, you will need more. You will be using data more, not less. So what do we need to be doing today to make sure that we're ready to be that financial institution in the future?
Yeah, 100%. All right. Second question for you. So since it's What's Your Read, I always ask everybody, what's your book recommendation? What should we be reading?
Okay, this is crazy. I read 52 books this year. Which is more than one a week, which is bananas. Apparently, if you're not spending a lot of time in the evening on Twitter, you'll just you
can get a lot
not get on books. Yeah. Crazy how that works. The book that I'm going to recommend, and humble brag, I recommended it for my book club and they loved it. So not just for me, but my book club gave it 9 out of 10 stars. Is An Immense World by Ed Yong.
Oh,
and it's about how animals perceive the world. And so, obviously, us as mammals, we're animals, we have this kind of sense of how, we have perception based on our senses, right? Mm-hmm. And I think it's really easy to kind of assume and extrapolate that the way we perceive the world is the way every animal perceives the world. But we know that that's not true. And I think it's really interesting to kind of take our experience of smell or hearing or sight and then use that to say this is how a spider's vision works, or this is how a dog's nose works. Did you know that dolphins can in the water they can kind of sense density, and so if you were going to swim with a dolphin, they wouldn't see you as a human. They would see your organs, where your bones and organs are.
They would see me as a mass.
Yeah, they would see you as a bag of water. And
that was a great picture.
And I was that's like basically X-ray vision. I mean, that's insane.
Well, I mean, you're right. Like our blue is not what is up the uppies blue is.
Right.
We don't know.
Yeah, or like how birds see in like ultraviolet spectrums. And so flowers look totally different to them.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it really was like an immense, you just were like, wow, the world contains so many different things. And as we think about like, I think it was really useful to think that the way I perceive the world is informed by, my senses. And also that one reason why conservation and sustainability is important, and one reason why this research is important, is because we can't make these assumptions that what's right for us from like maybe like lights at night, right? That like our street lights, they could be red, which would be better for more nocturnal creatures. But when we lose habitats, we lose these opportunities to learn more about the world and to learn from the animals and incorporate that into, our technology and in our perception, right?
I mean, like some of the best architectural achievements are based on how animals build their stuff.
Yeah, like honeycombs.
Yeah, honeycomb
and webs.
spider web.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah, like silk. Yeah, so it was a great book, nonfiction, science writing, but super accessible and really just, I mean, you would just sit and you'd breathe and be like, what is it like when I breathe? Like, what is it like when I see? Yeah. It's like you've never heard something before in your life, right?
I love it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna add it to my list. Thank you, Kiah, for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you guys for taking a watch.